Hi everybody, it's Cathryn from In the Pink Designs. My project today is this cute little package. I just love it. It holds a Ghirardelli Chocolate Bunny. They come, this is a milk chocolate one, but they come with the caramel and then the caramel sea salt and I think dark chocolate. This one's just milk chocolate. I guess you could call this a sleeve. It measures 2 1/4 this way by 3 1/4 by about 1/2 inch high at like this part. This is the perfect thing if you have to make a lot of maybe classroom gifts, office gifts, if you give around the neighborhood, or if you just have a really big family. It will be very cost effective. Now I bought just the 2 of them for $1. I wouldn't suggest buying this if you're doing a lot. Only 2 of them come in there, but I have seen at Target they have them about this wide, and they have a bunch in there. And also at my warehouse store, it's a really big one. It's usually around $12. Sometimes there's even a coupon for it. So you could get a bunch. This only uses a piece of cardstock that is 5 by 3 3/4. So you can get a bunch out of one sheet of cardstock. All right, or you can use DSP alone and not have the cardstock underneath it. All right. Okay, so I'm using the Playing in the Rain stamp set, which is now available. The whole bundle is available. The only thing I think that's not available is the little flowers still. So the whole suite is not available, but the bundle is available now. I know a lot of people have been waiting for that. Okay, I also used the layering circle dies, and the paper is from the Hues of Happiness DSP, which I think was from the last annual catalog, which is coming up. I get a look at it on the 29th, and I can purchase, I think, on April 2nd, 1st or 2nd, so I'll be showing you some of that. And I'm hoping soon that the list for the retiring products from the mini catalog will be coming out soon. And then there'll be a list for the retiring things from the annual catalog too. Maybe they're going to do it together. I'm not sure. All right. This is my host code. If you're going to spend anything on my website, please put that in for anything under $150. And I will be ordering my catalogs. I send them straight from Stampin Up. Anyone who has spent over $50 with me within the last 9 months, I will automatically send you a catalog. All right, so what we need for this is some basic white cardstock. We need a piece of Coastal Cabana that's 5 by 3 3/4. We're going to need 2 circles. The scalloped one from the Coastal Cabana that is 2 inches, and the image we're going to cut out with one that is 1 7/8. All right, and those are both from the layering circle dies. And then we need 2 pieces of the Hues of Happiness DSP that are 2 by 3 1/4. Okay, let me get my Simply Scored. And we're going to start on the 5-inch side first. And we're going to score at 2 1/4 and at 4 1/2. Turn it a quarter turn to the 3 3/4 inch side, and we're going to score at 1/2. All right, and those measurements are on my blog, which is linked below. All right, now I'm just going to fold and burnish the score lines. Okay, and this is what we're going to be doing. All right. All right, so let's start on the left-hand side. We're going to go to the first score line, cut it to the first score line, and then we're going to take this rectangle off. Then we're going to go to the next score line, cut it to the first score line, and then this is the square here. We're going to just wedge up a little bit into this skinny rectangle and take that square off. Now we're going to go up to the top and just wedge a tiny bit off the top of that skinny rectangle. Right, and this is what your cardstock is going to look like after you're done with the preliminary cutting. Okay. Okay, and just because of the way this one is, I am going to attach both my pieces of DSP before I put it together. All right, so I'm going to take the 2 pieces that are 2 by 3 1/4, and put them on the front and the back. Okay, now what we need to do is cut this little half, I guess, a fifth of a circle out. I used a 1 3/4 inch punch. Now this is old school. It's not flat. It's a big old heavy thing. But I did order the 2-inch punch. I should have ordered the 1 3/4 inch punch, which is in the new category. They're going to be in again on April 17th because I don't have those from Stampin' Up in the flat size. So hopefully these will be, they're starting to bring circle punches back in the new catalog. It would be, I'd love it. And the paper that is Hues of Happiness is low inventory. So if you want to get that, that's low. All right, so now what I'm going to do is we're going to be working with this side that's attached to the side rectangle, mini rectangle here. And I want you to put your ruler on the score lines. It should be 2 1/4. All right, and I'm going to come down about 3/8 from the top. It doesn't have to be exact. Let's see, let me do 3/8 first. Yeah, no, I want a little bit. I'd say about, yeah, 3/8 is right. Okay, so that's right about here. And then I'm going to put my hash marks on the ruler right on the score lines. And at 1 1/8, now this doesn't have to be exact, but this keeps me somewhat on track. I'm going to put a little mark on, whoops, that's the one, on the 1 1/8, which would be halfway. All right, and then I'm going to take my circle punch and I'm going to try to get it nice and even on the sides. And I'm going to put the bottom of the circle right over that dot. I'm going to check. It's difficult on this one to see if I have it right in the middle. Okay, I'm hoping. And then just cut in. Yeah, that's not too bad. And it leaves a little bit on each side. Now this is a 1 3/4, but you could go up to 2 inches because it's 2 1/4. And I would like there to be a little bit of something left over on the side. So up to about a 2-inch circle punch you could use. All right. Okay, now we're going to put it together. We need some tear and tape. And I'm just going to put it, what's left of this skinny rectangle, next to the score line. I'm going to put I'm going to get my take your pick tool and take the backing off. I'm going to flip it over. And then what we're going to do is flip this in, okay? And then just press it down. And it should come close to even on the side. All right? And then I'm going to take my corner rounder and I'm just going to round the corners of this. You don't have to do that, but I like it. All right, and then I'm just going to take some liquid glue, put it on there, and close it over. Takes a little bit of pushing because it has to go over that second piece of cardstock, so it's not really exactly flush with the cardstock. There's an extra piece in there. I just have to hold it a little while till it sets. Okay, now let's let that dry and we'll do our stamping. I'm going to use a bit of scrap paper, and we want to get on our basic white paper, we want to get about from his hands up, and that just cuts off a tiny bit of his ears, but that's okay. All right, so I'm going to take Tuxedo Black Ink. I'm just going to ink up the top part right below his hands at least. Okay. And then I'm just going to make sure you leave enough room for us to cut the circle out. Okay. And then I'm going to use the circle that is about 1 7/8. Okay. And I'm going to put both his hands right in the bottom of the circle. About this one, the left one's a little bit lower. And then the tips of his ears will be just cut a little bit. And I'm just going to put some tape and I'm going to cut it out. And I'll be right back. All right, I'm just going to peel the tape off very gently. And there's our circle. Okay, now we need just a few Stampin' Blends. I'm using Light Flirty Flamingo, Light Balmy Blue, the Color Lifter, and Light Smoky Slate. So first let's do the Smoky Slate, and I'm just going to put like a little triangle on both ears and just a tiny bit in the bottom of his hands. Okay, and then I'm just going to blend it just a little bit with the Color Lifter, just the edges to get it so that it doesn't look too stark. Okay, now I'm going to take the Light Flirty Flamingo and I'm going to do his nose, just a little bit in his ears, and I'll blend that out. And then I'm going to put a circle here where his cheek is, and just a little bit over here where that cheek is. All right, and then I'm going to take the Color Lifter again and just kind of blend the edge so it's not too harsh, and then just go over the cheek, and that will just fade it out. Okay, and then with the Light Balmy Blue, Bermuda Bay, I'm going to do his jacket. Okay, and that's the coloring. All right, now that that's done, I have this scallop circle that is 2 inches. This is also the layering circle dies, and we're just going to put them together. I'm going to put them together and give them a chance to dry before we put it on, so nothing's popping off. Okay. Now, first put your finger in there and kind of loosen up the area so that's not completely flat. And then take your bunny and just stick it right down in there. All right, now we're going to get some of the Pool Party Grosgrain ribbon, which I love. And we're going to tie it around the middle and tie a bow on the left side. All right, and then we're just going to trim the edges off. All right, and then just make sure that it's straight, and remember, from here to here in the middle of that. All right, and then I'm just going to get some dimensionals. And I'm putting 4 on just because I want it's going to curve a little, so I really want it to hold on. All right, and then I'm just going to put this right down in the middle. Remember, from here to here too. All right. And then the final touch, all we need is some of the Glossy Dots assortment, and we're going to use the Pool Party ones and my Take Your Pick tool. And I'm going to put a medium one right there, and a small one up here, and another small one right there. Okay, and that's it. Pretty quick, easy, inexpensive. Just takes a little bit of coloring and your talent. All right, thank you so much. I hope you have a great weekend. Okay, the links to my blog and to my shop are below, along with all of the supplies that I used. All right, next week my daughter is coming from Florida, so I will be posting. I'm just not sure. It might be on a different day than normal. So hopefully everything will be normal, but I might have a little bit of something go on. I'm not sure yet. All right, have a great day, and I will see you next week. Have a good weekend. Bye.